Hello? Oh, yeah. Yes. What's up? We are here with a very special guest, my friend and yours, Mr. Connor Lyle.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Good. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, as you may know or may not know, Connor is the guitarist, vocalist for Condor Jaybird.
Boop.
And he just released his own album as well, called...
My favorite songs by other people.
That's right.
And it contains just that. A song from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Hell yeah. Released on New Year's Eve.
Correct. Via Goldbird Recordings. Produced by Ryan Simpson of the Golden Fleece, which is an amazing band from Peoria, which you should go check out right now.
Yes. So what made you want to do this album?
Well, we were kind of in a weird spot approaching our New Year's show where we weren't kind of really doing anything besides writing, preparing to record our next album, and I had a severe itch to get into the studio, so I just did it. Actually, I heard Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar on the radio, and I was like, damn, that song would be super fun to just do everything on, and that the idea kind of sprouted from that. And then I thought to do, a song from each decade, and probably songs that people, I guess, wouldn't expect me to do, probably.
Right. What were all the songs on there?
Sherry by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Hats Off to Larry by Del Shannon. Heartbreaker. And Calling All Girls by Queen, which is kind of a deep cut by them.
Yeah, definitely. How long did it take for you to put out the whole thing from start to finish?
We recorded the album in a day because Ryan and I had a lot of coffee and a lot of motivation to get it done. And then I went down another weekend because he has, all the equipment to actually print discs and stuff.
Right.
So did that all in a day as well. Ordered some CD sleeves off a cool website, which I will not plug here. And that all took no time, and it was so much fun.
Hell yeah. Super rare. Did you release it online at all?
No, just one song.
Yeah.
On my YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/QC Condor.
That's right. Go there. Subscribe now.
I'll plug everything that's mine, but not people that provide materials for my album.
Now, what all do you do on your YouTube channel? Do you do random videos and things?
Yeah, I have done random videos. Yeah, I don't have any sort of theme to my videos, but I've had a lull of content because I've been trying to get to 100 subscribers so I could change the URL, because I can't really tell people to check out my YouTube channel
Yeah.
when it's like a bunch of random letters,
God damn you, YouTube.
So I somehow got over 100, and so now I'm gonna do a lot more content. And also, I I'm not going to say anything about Condor and Jaybird.
Correct.
But there are big things. I also hate it when bands say stuff like that, but there will be a big announcement very soon via the Condor team.
Yes, sir. Stay tuned. Now, you want to talk a little bit, how did the band start? What led to Condor and Jaybird's formation?
Well, as you know, I moved after high school on a whim to California, and I moved back. And I was desperately looking to play in a band. And I jammed with a couple different bands, but I met Jeremy around that same time when I was kind of jamming with bands that weren't really going anywhere. I just met Jeremy, and he was kind of in the same boat, looking for someone to jam with and not play any particular type of music, just whatever. And so we started writing songs together, and it went really smoothly. And yeah, that's pretty much how that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and how long has it been together now?
5 years. This will be our 6th year this June. Yeah, June 2013 is when we released our first song. I might even have that wrong. This is what happens when Jeremy is not with me. It could be July 2013. It could be August 2013. That all sounds right to me. We played our first show Halloween of 2013. So, and we played one song that we had.
Hell yeah. And now you've strictly just been playing guitar for the longest time, but you also are basically a multi-instrumentalist as well as drums, a little bit of piano, correct?
Yeah, drums were the first instrument I ever played. That's what I really wanted to play when I was a little kid because of my cousin. He played drums and had a big, adult-sized drum set that I couldn't even reach.
Yeah.
And I also thought Ringo was super cool. But then when I got a little older, like around 10 years old, I started thinking that, George was cool. And I wanted to be more like him.
You said when you were 10?
Yeah.
And how old were you did you ever start playing drums, or did you just have an interest in them when you were young?
Yeah, I got my first drum set because I started really trying to play my cousin's set when I was like 6, I think. I got my first active drum set around there. My dad drew me a Beatles kick drum cover that had the logo on it. And
hell yeah.
And I beat the shit out of it and was actually, really trying to play and learn on my own. And so my parents decided that I could, utilize a nice drum set, and they got me a drum set from Mr. Money, which isn't even around anymore. I was in 3rd grade, so I'd been like 10 years old or so. Or no, 8 years old, right? Yeah, about 8 years old when I got my first real drum set.
Yeah.
And I got, my grandpa got me hi-hats, real Sabian hi-hats for Christmas that year. I was begging for them. And I just play along with Beatles songs and Weezer, stuff like that.
Right.
And then, guitar, I started when I was 10. Started taking lessons around 12 years old, I think. Around when we met is when I started guitar lessons, actually taking it seriously. And then I took piano lessons from my grandma as a kid, but I wasn't really into it. You know, didn't really spark my interest until later. And now I'm grateful for that one piano lesson I took.
Definitely. Now, and you come from both musical parents, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You think it was them that mainly might have had an influence on you when you were younger to get you in that direction as far as music, or?
Definitely, yeah. Especially with the guitar playing, my dad shreds super hard, I think, and I made him teach me how to play because I knew he was really good. He was the first person that taught me chords to a song, Yoda by Weird Al.
Nice.
He taught me the chords to that, and then I started taking lessons from his friend who gives lessons full time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and my mom sings, you know, and when I was a kid she would sing for people's weddings and sing with some bands live and stuff, and so she got me into, you know, some singing programs and like holiday pops. I remember going to that, like going into Moline High School as a little ass kid and just being like, whoa,
Yeah,
this
so
place is
huge.
huge. Yeah, and like I remember, God, it's so strange to think about. I remember before I ever hit puberty, like checking my range on the piano, you know, to see where I would sit in the choir.
Right.
It's just so weird how much your voice changes.
Right.
I remember being able to go so high, you know, and there are notes now that I couldn't even imagine not hitting falsetto. You know?
Right. Now, you said you were signed up for like the singing program sometimes. That wasn't like school related, was it? Because you never did anything like band or anything like through school.
No.
It was all like kind of just basically on your own time.
Holiday Pops was really cool because you audition and it's like a kids choir, but you sing with the Quad City Symphony Orchestra at the Mark. Like that was insane. That is why, definitely one of the reasons why I've always wanted to be in a band with a decent draw, you know, because I'll always remember walking out to a full arena, you know.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
just like they're not there to just see me, but I get to be part of what all these people want to see, you know.
Definitely.
And that was crazy as a kid. It's just like, oh my God. It's like how Shea Stadium looked, you know. That's how I felt as, you know, probably 8 years
definitely.
old.
Man, that was back when people called it, it was still named the Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I performed at the Mark of the Quad Cities. Fuck that tax slayer center bullshit.
The tax slave. We were just talking about this. Like, I would just buy it back and just rename it the Mark. But and then you didn't start getting into bands until like later, like through high school with us and stuff and everything.
Yeah, my first band was with you.
Whoa! Shut up.
Believe it or not, deep cut.
Deep.
No,
The deepest cuts.
Yeah, me and you had bullshit bands, and then we
Bullshit.
had a real band.
Yeah, it always starts with bullshit bands.
Bullshit bands have to exist. You have to.
That's what like sparks your
you know,
like desire. Really, like I mean,
Yeah.
for me anyway.
You want to do all of these things that bands do, like have an internet presence, have a strong name, logo, and then you're like, oh yeah, we need music. Fuck.
So yeah. You just start
And then you
drawing
go
shit in your notebook
nowhere.
at school. It's like we got a name, we got a logo,
Yeah.
we got fucking everything. We got a MySpace now.
Oh yeah, we're
And now-
official.
And it's like fuck, we just need to get some music.
And then everyone is too scared to bring music to the table, or like you
or
sit
too
in a room.
inexperienced.
Yeah.
I remember like just the idea of starting like bands with friends. That's what got me into like wanting to pursue like bass guitar and shit. Basically, I was like, fuck yeah, I really want to like just get into that. So I was like, oh fuck, I want a bass or something.
Yeah.
So then I got one.
Yeah.
For like Christmas or something.
God, there were so many bands that we came up with, you know, just us alone, and then
evolved into more serious type band, I guess, actually with music at this time.
Yeah.
And then playing shows and
Sons of Apollo.
Ooh, shout out.
Which is now a band, which is hilarious. It's like gaining popularity. So I'm definitely not talking about that band. It's really funny, dude. I found their album at Co-op, and I've seen them on some like threads on the internet of people recommending them, and I'm like, whoa, how'd you find out about my high school band? Dude, we're finally blowing up.
Yeah, it's the deep side of MySpace. Like.
But yeah, Sons of Apollo was the first band that I ever played shows, you know, like that first open mic night we played. I will never forget that.
Oh man.
I was so nervous that my voice would crack at the mic, which it did. It always.
Getting over those like first time hurdles, just getting used to just the whole just playing shows. Like yeah. So that's good. You've had a lot of practice of just ironing out your skills and everything as far as that. And then that led to Crickris afterwards, correct? Which was that after high school, or was that still in high school?
That was still in high school. That was
because we had to been like seniors then.
That was junior year and senior year, and the beginning of 2011. I think we stopped the band in May or April 2011, around there. That was our last show. But that was the first band that I felt was taken a little more seriously, as in, like, I guess we were a little older then. You know, we knew how to promote, and we were playing bigger shows. But that's also due to the hard work of other bands. That's the other important thing is, you know, not everyone's just there to see you, and you can never think like that.
Right.
But yeah, in Crickris, that was like the first time we were playing to packed places, and it was like scary, you know, and God, mixtapes then in East Moline. That was like such an amazing venue.
It seems so long ago.
Yeah.
Like all this shit.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago, 2009. Because I keep forgetting it's 2019.
And we still had, Sons of Apollo shows in 2009 too, because I got the poster up.
We were still going.
Because that's crazy you said Crickers was junior, senior year. So long ago, because like that means like Sons of Apollo was like sophomore year, junior year.
Yeah, it was
the early stage. Well, you know, we fucked around with like our fake bands back in like junior high and all that.
Yeah,
same with Jacob, and then
grade.
me and Jacob got into shout out Poor Bill.
And what was your band?
Yeah, me and Jacob started like when we were like I don't know. It had to have been like.
What were
we really got into it heavily more into 9th grade and shit, I think, and it was we first started out as The Chronic.
The Chronic, yeah, that's what I was. And you had the live on the
the plank or
live,
yeah, just like home videos of like playing and shit like that, just doing bullshit.
Yep.
And then that, I think we were. I don't really know if we. Oh yeah. So then by the time that was like I think like 8th grade and shit, because I think by the time we got into like high school and like freshman year, we did the fucking. It was 7th Period Sounds. They had that talent show in high school. You remember?
Yeah, and
we
dude, played instrumental songs.
Yeah, and me and Jacob played that, and I remember. Okay, we went under the name of Told You Would.
Yeah, that's right. You guys did that. I wasn't even involved in that, right?
Right.
That was just you and Jacob.
That was like, me and Jacob did that, and yes, because we did one later.
We did one
or something.
Yeah,
like we did. Yeah, we did like the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Our drummer Yeah,
Oh,
our
yeah.
drummer, he had to get like a visitor's pass to the school. And remember, we played some instrumental song.
I remember,
But
yeah.
that was the year before. Like, you and Jacob did your thing a year before, and then we did.
Right, yeah, because I swear ours was ninth grade when me and Jacob did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it had to have been, I guess.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, we were under the name of Told You Would, which is just like from some Alice in Wonderland shit. And then I think because we played that, I think that's what got you into it. More like wanting to come on, and then it was
Yeah.
basically us three kind of trying to jam.
Mm-hmm.
And then we remember it was like Jump the Gun. Which was what? A Beatles reference or something?
Yeah, it's Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious because I remember doing shit with that name, like, and then yeah, that turned into like Sons of Apollo, and we had a drummer. So
Yeah, we had a drummer,
and
ladies and gentlemen.
some keyboards
Yeah.
and all that shit.
And then I don't know.
And then yeah, so yeah, Crickers and everything, and that went after high school too. You said.
Mm-hmm.
So, what? How long? When did that end then? Crickers.
2011.
Yeah, and then
Then I moved away for that summer. Came back like towards the end, like beginning of fall.
yeah,
And yeah, when I came back, I was just like looking for work, and then started to get really bored at work and wanted to start a band again.
right.
And then that, yeah, full circle.
And things always finally start falling into place.
Yeah. Like I met Jeremy randomly through like one of my old friends lived with his girlfriend, or Jeremy's girlfriend at the time,
Yeah.
and we just randomly met. Turns out he played in a band called Dividing the Masses, which we as Crickerus played with all the fucking time. Like, we played on so many bills with them, and they were really good and always really nice to us, but I never really got to know them then.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Jeremy was there like the whole time. And yeah, and now it's like I feel like I've known Jeremy forever. You know, it's not even, you know, it's like us
Right.
when we talk to each other. It's just
Definitely,
like,
definitely.
I mean, yeah, I've known you longer than anybody.
Well, but yeah, I definitely know what you mean. And now you guys, this Condor and Jaybird, now gaining pretty good popularity and everything. Did you always from the get-go take it pretty seriously, or did you think it was just like fucking around at first, or did you aim for? Because I'm sure you had the desire to like want to get out there again and start playing bigger shows and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think it took too long, right? Like,
No,
you guys started getting out there pretty good.
I
as far as
guess
touring and everything. Like, how long was it before you like got out on tour the first time?
Well, I don't know. Looking back on it, you know, our show's getting bigger and stuff. Definitely doesn't seem like it took that long. But during the time, it felt like, you know, we were playing a ton of shows to where no one would come, you know.
Oh, definitely.
And that has to happen. But then we started meeting all these people that weren't just our really close friends, that like felt the need they had to come to the show, you know, to support us.
Yeah.
And all these people would start coming to every show, and, you know, driving from Muscatine and or people that from the area, and just started gaining traction. And we went on our first tour in 2016, so that would have been our third year as a band.
Mm-hmm.
So up until that point, we were just doing the local shows, But before we went on that tour, you know, we did the Power release show, and that is just one of the best nights of my life. Never thought we'd play a show that big, and it be our own show. You know, it wasn't like we had to fucking sell 300 tickets to play with a really big band and play to a crowd like that.
Yeah.
And so that was like definitely one of the proudest moments of my life, but not proud of myself, just proud to be able to work with all the people that I get to work with.
Right.
Creatively, especially Jeremy and Bryson. They're like big driving force behind
all very
Condor
gifted.
and Jaybird. Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking I don't know if most people know. Not you did have a separate drummer, which we don't want to mention.
Oh yeah.
way back.
Oh my God.
There's still probably some early video out there. Oh,
There is. There is, yeah. We had a drummer before Bryson, and it was a fucking nightmare.
And that's when everything was. Well, I mean, I don't really know how many shows you guys played with him, but yeah,
Two.
like because you just started. So once Bryson got in there, it was like really smooth.
Yes.
Way fucking better.
Yeah, Bryson, I also didn't know him until Jeremy introduced me to him.
And Jeremy knew him previously.
Yep. They were in bands together in high school. And he was just like, hey, my friend Bryson is interested in, like, not auditioning, but, you know, coming to jam with us. And we gelled super hard. And now, I mean, yeah, Bryson is just, like, such a dear friend.
Right.
You know, it's just like Jeremy. I just feel really, really comfortable with him. Like, one of my best friends in the world, and I love playing music with him. His rhythm is incredible, and we just, like, crack each other up at practice all the time.
Right. Yeah, still to this day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's important. You just gotta flow like that.
Yeah, if it wasn't fun, you know, we wouldn't be doing it.
Definitely. So what do you see for the future of that? Just keep pumping out a bunch of albums?
Yeah.
Bigger shows, tours?
All I will say is we are releasing our next album this spring and gonna do a big tour promoting that album.
The much anticipated, it's end of the trilogy.
Yeah, that was Jeremy's original vision when we decided to do our first full length. And when we came up with the concept of the Kingdom at first, he was kind of pitched the idea of, you know, Kingdom, Power, Glory.
Right.
But then after the Power release show, we were just like on fire and pumped out that third record just because we were really feeling it. You know, there was a big drive there.
And that's cool to pump out other things in between too, while you have this larger project always, you know, behind that. Yeah.
But I definitely feel like this will be the proper follow-up to the Power.
Right.
You know, skipping that little short record, because that also wasn't really a full length. But and we're gonna tour properly, you know, with a lot of merch, and we're gonna put our new album on vinyl, which I'm super excited about. That's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You guys have also done lots of other specialty things. Do you do cassette regularly, or have you done cassette before?
We did the first 2 records on cassette, and then we did one of the first Goldbird recording releases was a split cassette with Golden Fleece's second album and our third album. We toured 3 times, or no, we toured twice with those cassettes and still didn't get rid of all of them. That was, we probably won't do tapes again.
Yeah.
As a band. Maybe Goldbird we'll put some out. But
yeah, right.
I don't really have any interest in it. I'm sorry, tape collectors. Yeah, I apologize.
You're gonna get some fucking hate mail now. And then also you've done super limited. I remember you did the visual album thing, VHS.
Oh yeah, that is actually, yeah, that's gonna be happening again with the new album.
Nice.
I don't want to say all these things, but I just did.
We don't have to
There
say
will
anymore.
probably be a visual album with wink wink, might be, maybe, big ol' maybe, wink wink,
Really
a
don't.
visual
Can't
album.
say at this point until
with-
we have further details gathered. Stay tuned for further notice.
Oh, and oh God, yeah, there's something I want to say. I can't. Sorry. Yes, I can. We're not exclusive. With the album, we're gonna be dropping 3 music videos, and Bryson, Jeremy, and myself are each gonna not direct, but we'll be in charge of the look of it and all the storyboarding and all that for each one. We'll each have our take on a song and a cool video to go along with it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm stoked for that
Yes.
because I haven't really, we've collaborated on all our music videos, so now it's gonna be cool when it's like kind of one person directing it all.
Definitely. Very big plans, big news, big things coming soon. Yes. You ever plan to do any more solo releases, or
Yes.
whether it be other like just fun covers or like even originals and things
Yes.
like that?
Actually, today I decided, because I woke up and, well, first of all, I shot up out of bed and thought I had to go to work, and then I remembered it was Saturday, and that's always a good feeling.
Right.
And I drank a drink that I won't plug here. I'm just kidding. Bang Energy, which is insanely packed with caffeine, 0 sugar.
Will
Now
become
I'm just
illegal
plugging
soon.
it. I'm just straight up plugging it now. Just drink Bang. And then I was listening to some Schoolhouse Rock songs, and I messaged Ryan immediately, and I was like, hey, I want to do this song. Would you play flute on it? Because he plays flute. And I was like, we could sing all these different cartoon voice parts. And he was like, please, let's do this now. And so I'm thinking of doing like, maybe not all Schoolhouse Rock, but maybe, some cartoon songs or something, some SpongeBob songs. And
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about it because I was considering doing another short little cover album, like a series, but I think I'll do cartoon songs next.
Nice.
Not movie songs, though. I don't want to attempt, like, Disney songs or anything.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
I'd probably get sued anyway.
Yeah, you don't want. I don't know if you want to test those waters.
Be like, we found out you made $5.50 off Prince Ali. You're fucking going to prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's like it just charges 99 cents on iTunes automatically. I gave it away for free on my Bandcamp. I'm sorry. But so personally, where do you see yourself in terms of music? Like, what do you want? Any things you want to happen, or things you just taking as you go as far as like future? Like, you want to do it full time? Is that an end goal?
Yeah, I definitely want to do it full time. I want to tour full time. Definitely. That's my goal because that is the most fun beyond playing shows. It's just playing shows in different places and meeting a lot of different people. And as far as music, I never want to lose my motivation to keep learning, and I never want to feel like I've mastered an instrument, you know, because that's just impossible. And I always have to remind myself of that. Like, there's always going to be somebody better than you, but
of course,
but not everybody's going to think that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, there's always someone better than you, but someone's going to like you more.
True.
And that goes for everyone. So don't get hung up on those things, and just always practice.
Right.
I always practice piano all the time, practice guitar all the time, and I practice singing constantly, whether it be just under my breath. You know, I'm always going to be flexing my vocals so they don't go away.
Right. Gotta hone them skills, keep them sharp.
My end goal is to have a glasses tech. I don't want roadie. I don't want a guitar tech. I want someone with freshly cleaned, sweat-free glasses for me to put on as soon as I get off stage. That would be a dream come true. That's the worst part of shows for me. By the end of our set, I can't see anything. I'm just like, when I'm saying thanks to anyone or anything on the mic at the end, I'm just speaking to the sweat on my glasses. I can't see a fucking thing. Give me a glasses tech.
Yeah. That's how you know you've made it.
Yep, end goal. I don't want to sell a bunch of records. I don't want a bunch of money.
It's
I want
about the
someone
important things.
Yeah. Like, and that person would live the life, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the opportunity for that, they would be living it up.
Definitely.
In their downtime.
Now, do you want to keep learning new instruments all the time?
Yes. I would love to keep learning. The next thing I'd like to learn, or I'd like to get, is a theremin, for sure. Those are so much fun.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You don't really learn how to play those, you know. I guess I'd kind of like to learn, I don't know. But I do want to keep learning instruments.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other ones you have in mind?
Well, I wish I could play like the clarinet and the flute and stuff like that, or the saxophone. I've just always had trouble with that. All those instruments I can never get a sound out of. Any instrument I've played with a bow, I can't do it. It's just...
Oh, yeah. Like, I always thought it would be fun. Like, I'd like to learn cello or something. And then one time, like, years ago now, I bought, like, a violin and tried to teach myself
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And, like,
Wasn't it
was,
white?
Like, yeah.
A white violin?
Yeah, it was, like, hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, like, because I don't know if, like, I mean, all kinds of people can play violin, but it's like my fingers are too big. It's like the movement of the notes is, like, so sensitive. It's like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can play it
clunky,
you know,
for me to play.
Like plucking it, but as soon as I do a bow, it's just...
But yeah, a violin, yeah, it's crazy because it's so like high pitched. But I do think I would enjoy cello if I could pick that up. That'd be really fun. But it'd be awesome to have the time and like I guess, money to buy these instruments and
Mhm.
stuff, acquire, but like eventually just write like your own orchestra or something,
Yeah.
score a movie,
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
That is one thing I want to do is get the guitar synth that they have. You buy this special pickup that has like 6 pickups for each string, and you can have any sound on your guitar. And I want to write a full like orchestral album, but with a guitar,
Just through your guitar.
but with, you know, clarinets and all sorts of instruments. I think that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that'd be super wild. Hell yes. I don't even know if that lava lamp's gonna start or not. It's just a solid mass.
It
of
looks
shit.
cool.
It's like was it some kind of like organ on display?
Yeah,
or
it looks like a
something?
fetus. Like this is the head right here.
Is that too explicit for YouTube?
Oh.
We're gonna get,
Oh, are we on YouTube?
yeah. We'll soon
I
be
said
everywhere.
a bunch of cuss words. I didn't know we were
Oh,
on
no.
YouTube. We're gonna get
That's dude.
we're gonna get a copyright strike from Fuckmart.
Yeah.
You can't be using that word. That's our word. That's a trademark.
Yeah. Haven't you heard? Bo?
Great value fuck.
We don't have the lawyers to back us up yet. So this show is gonna be non-existent very soon. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for being here, sir. Any other announcements? I know you. No, it's fine.
Oh.
We're still here.
It scared me.
But so yeah, you just do your YouTube channel by yourself, and then you have all your Condor and Jaybird links. Is that it?
Yeah. If you have Spotify, check out Condor and Jaybird. Look us up on YouTube. Look up my channel on YouTube, QC Condor. Condor-jaybird.bandcamp.com. You can buy all our albums for free or for whatever you want. There have been very gracious people that have sent us a lot of money for even just one song, you know, and we're super grateful for that, because that only goes into more merch, and that's it. Like, any money that we get is gonna go into the band, into putting on better shows and just doing things bigger every time.
Definitely.
And yeah, I mean, that's all I can plug right now, because yeah, I put out that album, but I also promoted the shit out of it, and I promised I would stop after New Year's Eve.
Oh, nope.
So
I'm gonna keep promoting now.
If you want it, there are 3 copies left at Ragged Records in Davenport. If anyone is still listening.
Go snatch that shit up immediately. Super limited rare. You're gonna want this.
Can we end this by making some noises?
That'd be great.
I wish I was wearing headphones.
Right. That was great. I'll throw on the reverb. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Go check out some more of that shit. Condor Jaybird. Big announcements coming soon. All right. It's 2019, motherfuckers.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. All right. Peace. Goodbye.
Eh, eh, eh.